At a certain point, we just have to call this what it is, fear-mongering.
Is fruit making Americans fat?
Yes. Fructose, for one thing, all fruit breaks down to sugar, but then it also breaks down to fructose, which creates a lot of visceral fat. So fructose is really hard on the liver. The liver has a hard time processing it, but it also creates a lot of internal fat. So you see a lot of the vegans or a lot of the girls that are like these raw fruity girls, and they're like walking around and they seem like they're really thin, but what they don't know is they're loaded with fat inside. All their organs are suffocating in fat.
What?
Yes, the vegans, the fruitarians, the people that eat a lot of like carbs, those people have it the worst. And when you have visceral fat, you have fat suffocating your heart.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop her there. Let's just break down that first little bit. First of all, this clip has been making the rounds on the internet, and many different dietitians and nutritionists are calling this clip out and saying that this is actually factually untrue, and they actually have data to support that people who are eating fruit tend to be the healthiest. Shocker. But also, like, beyond that, there's a certain point where this is just fear-mongering. Like, are you trying to make people have like major eating disorders and major trust issues with food? Because I think that's essentially what's going to happen. I don't know if you people think that you're doing something productive or something helpful, but instead what this is going to do is this is going to cause a lot of people to be like, I shouldn't eat this food because it's bad. I shouldn't eat that food because it's bad. I shouldn't eat this food because it's bad. And then they're going to be like, well, every food is bad for me, so I'll just starve. And that might sound extreme. Some people might laugh at that, but that is actually very serious. Like, there will be people who will starve because of thinking like this, because you're going to end up sending mixed signals to their brain and different messages that they're going to receive. It's just going to cause a lot of chaos surrounding food, and they're just going to completely shut down. And one of two things is going to happen. They're either going to not care about any of it, or they're going to care about all of it, and you're going to end up on one of the two extremes. This is not to say that I don't support healthy eating. Of course I do. Look at me right now. This is a result of not healthy eating. Hello? I'm not saying that I don't support you trying to eat all natural or be all natural, use all natural products, use animal plant-based products. I do think that all natural things are a gift from God, and we should use those things because they were created by God and were ordained for us to use. But then we reach a certain point where if you're even tearing down natural things, I start to question your credibility. And not only that, but there's a certain point where people are going to say, you know what, I just don't care because I need to eat anyway. Eat natural, be natural, I don't care. But it reaches a certain level of insanity where you're actually going to cause more harm than good. Real quick, I do want to mention one more thing. Alex, maybe it's the lighting, maybe it's just that the colors you're wearing are not your colors, but this clip looks like you could possibly have a spray tan. And like, I'm not trying to be like put down petty in any way, but like, just heart to heart here. That color, that yellow, it's clearly either it's not your color. I get it. I love yellow. It's not for you. Or is it that you had a spray tan? And I hope it's the first, and we can find you some good colors that look good on you. I understand sometimes I wear some stuff that doesn't look good on me either. In my case, I really don't care because it's just colors that I like. But in your case, when you're on this like health podcast and it looks like you have a spray tan, it looks a little hypocritical. Just saying.